Hello learners, good day once again. This is Teacher Grace and would like to welcome you all to another new and exciting episode for our lesson or for our subject Inquiries, Investigations, and Immersion. Now, before we proceed to our new lesson, I would like you to give a short recall of our previous discussion. Again, what is it? Yes, it's about citation of related literature. And what is citation? Citation is a way of informing our readers that we are borrowing ideas from other authors. In short, we are giving due credit to the original author of the ideas that we are also sharing to our readers. So that's citation of related literature. Alright, so are you ready for our next discussion? Very good. So our next topic will be about a research design. So today we are going to learn what is a research design and what are the two types of research design. So what is a research design? Let's have this example. Suppose you're going to build a house. What will you do first? Of course, you will have the house design, and after that you can go on and continue working on constructing the house. That's also the same thing with making a research. Of course, you have to make a research design. So what is a research design? It is a blueprint of the collection of information and the instruments that you will be using and how you will analyze the data. So that's a research design. Now there are two types of research design, but today we are going to discuss the first one because there are two types again. First is the qualitative and then the second one is the quantitative. But first, let's have the qualitative research. Now let's define qualitative research. A qualitative research is primarily exploratory. In other words, the researcher is going to explore about his topic. And then it is a subjective type of research because it depends upon the opinion, the reasons, the underlying motivations of the participants. That is qualitative research. And the instruments used are usually reading documents, focus group discussions, one-on-one interviews, surveys, and the like. Now, there are 5 types of qualitative research that you will have to know in this discussion. And the first one is ethnography. Ethnography comes from the word ethnic. In this type of research, the researcher immerses himself in the participant's environment so that he will know the motivations, the culture of the participant, and the underlying themes that may emerge in his environment or the environment of the participant. So that's ethnography. For example, the researcher wants to know the day-to-day life of our IPs, for example, the Manubu tribe. What he will do is he will go to the Manubu tribe's environment so that he can observe or he can make an interview of the Manubu tribes about the underlying motivations or the challenges that they are facing every day, and what are their traditions, what are their culture. So that's ethnography. That's the first type of qualitative research, and probably that is the most applicable and the most used by qualitative researchers. Second type of research that we are going to discuss, the qualitative research, is phenomenology. It comes from the word phenomenon. It is a type of research wherein the researcher wants to describe a specific event or activity of the life of an individual. In other words, these are the lived experiences of the individuals. For example, in our school, we have a lot of teenage mothers and we want to know how their daily life goes, especially being a student. And then we want to conduct interviews with them so that we will know their day-to-day life and how it impacts their life as a student. Yes, that's one example of a phenomenology qualitative kind of research. Now let's go to the third type of qualitative research, which is the case study. Case study is made famous by Harvard Business School. It is a study of a detailed study of a specific event or a business. That's why it is made famous by Harvard Business School, or organization, or town, or city. For example, you want to know the strategies being used by small businesses. That's why they are very successful. Now you are going to make a case study about them. You can read documents about their business, or you can also do surveys, and you can also do a focus group discussion or one-on-one interviews. So that's case study. So for ABM students, probably they can utilize this type of research, because once again, this is made famous by, what's that? Harvard Business School. Okay, so let's proceed to the fourth one. The fourth one is narrative. Narrative weaves a sequence of events, usually from one person to another person. Now, the researcher can read autobiographies or journals, or he can also do one-on-one interviews to make his qualitative research, which is a narrative inquiry or narrative type of research. So that's the fourth type of qualitative research. Now, the last type of qualitative research would be the grounded theory. Grounded theory. It is usually used by social scientists. So I will not be requiring you to make this type of research, because this is still quite complicated for you and it takes longer time to make. Well, grounded theory involves collection and analysis of data, and the theory is grounded on the data, which means that theories will only be formulated after the analysis of data. And the instruments used by the researchers usually are interviews, focus group discussions, and observations. So now we're done with the 5 types of qualitative research. Again, what's that? Or what are those? First, we have ethnography. Second, phenomenology. Third, case study. Fourth, narrative. And the fifth one is grounded theory. So congratulations, you have learned new things today, because you already know what is a research design and what are the types of research design. You also know the 5 types of qualitative research design. But before we close our discussion, let's have a short evaluation to determine if you really learned something from our lesson. So thank you very much for watching this video, for listening to our discussion. I hope you have learned a lot from our discussion. And next time, we are going to learn what is a quantitative research design. Because today, we have learned what is qualitative. Next time, we will learn what is quantitative, which is the second type of research design. So goodbye for now, and see you on our next episode. Bye!